are live. Hey everybody. Welcome into the Flippin Hippos YouTube channel. I'm Star the Flippin Hippo. Today is Thursday. I almost said Wednesday. Today is Thursday. It is October 3rd. So we are 3 days into Q4. How's it going for everybody so far? 3 days in. Our weekend was great, which was surprising. You all know we had our meetup on Saturday. We had a lot of out-of-town guests here. We spent the weekend sourcing and not working, and Sydney had stayed until Tuesday. So we weren't working a lot, but our weekend was amazing. Monday and Tuesday were both really good days. Yesterday we saw like a slowdown. We had less volume going out, but we are selling a lot of shoes and higher dollar items lately. And I sold a $40 plush last night. Alice, the little girl Snuffleupagus from Sesame Street, I had a vintage one of her. I'm going to see if I can find it and show you guys. Because I was really excited. I love when those big ones go. Because she cost me 50 cents. And yes, baby Alice. You can see her right there. So that was cool. So I think Q4 came in with a bang, a surprising bang, because I mean, everyone sells more in Q4, and you're going to sell more in Q4, even if you don't have as much activity. It's one of those times a year where you'll still sell, but you sell more if you're active. Clearly, you can't just like say it's Q4 and I'm not listing or having any activity anymore. You will not have a good Q4 if you do that. I see Robert's here. Welcome in, Robert. He is one of my mods, everybody. He does a great job. Both here and in the Facebook group. He is the other plush expert, and he's full of great information. Not that I'm going to send a bunch of people to bug you, Robert, but you guys can ask him questions in the group and tag him. He certainly knows what he's talking about, and he always is very kind and helpful with folks. Fate or Fated. Lisa, Shelly's here. Yeah, Shelly's been making a lot of live videos lately. I love to see it, and I keep seeing fluffies fly in the air. I don't know what's going on. Seeing stuff. Lilac is here, and Pete's here. I see a lot of my regulars here, so welcome in, guys. I kind of threw this live show at you last minute. I gave you guys a half an hour notice, so if you come in late or you missed the live show, you can always watch the replay. Hi, Lady Halfling. So before we get into the haul, I do have an announcement to make, and I better make this announcement on social media and in our Facebook group as well, just to make sure that everyone hears it. If you're not in the Facebook group, y'all should be. Link is in the description box, or you can search for Flippin Hippos Reseller Pod on Facebook. Thompson Jennings, hi. Catching me live for the first time. That's awesome. Welcome in. I'm so glad you could join us. Shelly says it's slow. It should pick up, so Shelly. Just keep trucking away. It will definitely surprise you when it happens. You're going to be like, holy crap. Tina's here. Hi, Tina. And another Lisa. Lisas are always good people. Every Lisa I've ever known, including Lisa Simpson. Pretty awesome people. All right, so my big announcement, and then we'll jump into the haul. I am moving my weekly live show. So, you guys know I just kind of pop up with hauls throughout the week at different times and different days to show you guys what we source. And that will stay the same. I just kind of pop up when I have the time to show you guys. And the other live show I do, the Hanging with the Hippos, the interview, is going to be put on hold indefinitely. I had kind of hoped to get back to that in October. I was taking some time off of that to prep for Q4 and get ready, get some extra listing done. We haven't quite hit where we want to be. We still have a lot of work to do around here, including a lot of back-end stuff on our inventory. It's a mess upstairs. I'm doing exactly what I tell you guys not to do, but regardless, we still have a lot of work to do around here as far as getting through the I don't want us, the death piles, organizing our inventory. We just made a wholesale purchase of 3,000 remotes, which I'm going to talk about more next week when the Gaylord arrives, but we did make a bulk purchase on remotes. So we just have a lot going on, and it is Q4, so I'm putting the Hanging with the Hippos on hold. It may even very well be on hold all the way through Q4. I got 2 guides I'm trying to finish that I've been saying for months and months, probably all year. Trying to do a plush guide. I'm trying to do a jeans guide. Keith is trying to get his 2020 clothing guide together. That will be an updated version of the one you see in the description box. We are going to Florida at the end of this month for a full week to spend it with Casey and Caitlin, and I believe Sydney's going to join us down there. So we just have a lot going on. So I kind of have to put the hanging with the hippos on hold until we get a grip on life around here. And that may very well be until January. If we can get ahead and get some things done around here and catch up on work, I'll be back with that sooner rather than later. But just right now, let's all expect it not to come back until the first quarter or the first of the year. That said, I am moving my live show, the permanent one that's on every week, Sundays at 9 p.m. That is getting a permanent move, you guys, to Tuesdays at 7 p.m. I had to do this in order to streamline some things around here. Not so much, personal life, but more work. It was really, really hard for me to do Sundays at 9 p.m. I did it for over a year, about a year and 3 months. Every Sunday, 9 p.m., with a few exceptions, like when I had guests in from out of town, like this past Sunday. I did special shows whenever we had guests. Last year, we did a special one in Florida. But for the most part, that was like a steady, always Sunday at 9. And it was really tough for me. I struggled through it for over a year before I finally just decided I can't do it anymore. As much as I love my regular live show, I will be keeping it. But it's just too hard. Sunday night, we're trying to do shipping for the weekend sales, which are always a lot more than through the week. And with Q4 here, we're going to have a lot more shipping to get ready Sunday nights. It's also our big sourcing day, and we have a lot going on. So Sundays are really hard for me, so I just had to finally make the decision that I cannot do Sundays anymore. We're moving them to Tuesday at 7 p.m., and that will be the new permanent time for the weekly live show. Again, I pop up here and there with the hauls and stuff. Never know when those are going to be. But it will be Tuesdays at 7 p.m. And I will make an announcement in the group and across social media to let everyone know. And I moved it back 2 hours also to make it a little bit easier on me in the evenings. I do share Posh during the last party at 10. I do have a couple of things I try to get done around here in the evenings. Going live at 9 was just too tough. It cut too close to sharing Posh. It had me up entirely too late working. So that said, I hope you guys are able to watch. I hope I didn't lose everybody and make it a time you can't come. I'll try it out for a while. If it doesn't work, we can always go back to Sunday. I can make it work somehow, or we can pick a different day or whatever. But we'll try it for a while. I have a feeling for me it's really going to work out. It's going to help me immensely on the back end get a lot of stuff done around here. I'm perpetually about 3 weeks to a month behind on work. It's just crazy. So Rosie's here, and the Lisas are saying hi to each other. That's awesome. And Kelly's here, you guys. Hip Flippin' Mama. I haven't seen you in a long time. Hi, Kelly. She's also one of my mods, you guys, so say hi to her. I'm going to turn my air on again. I had it on yesterday. You guys said it wasn't too loud in the background. It is just 80% humidity here and 100,000 degrees. It's nuts. It's October. What's going on? Rhonda and Amelia are here. Welcome in. All right. So I wanted to tell you guys that announcement, but I kind of wanted to go into detail about it for a reason, because you guys know I ABT. I'm always be teaching, and I want everyone to learn from my mistakes and learn from my trials and errors in our reselling and social media journey. If something is becoming too tough for you and you're finding that you have too much on your plate, don't be afraid to rearrange your life. Don't be afraid to rearrange your schedule. Flip things around. Try things on different days. Try things at different times. I think reselling is a constant rearranging and streamlining your schedule and your routines to make them work the best way for you. I just think that you guys can learn from me, because I'm constantly doing it too. And it's okay. It's okay. If something's not working for you, you can change it so it does work for you. I want everyone to be as successful and as active as you can as you resell. And if you're doing social media, it's a lot to balance. It's a lot. And if you're doing it alone, I do not envy you because I at least have a Keith to help me, but it is a constant streamlining. You have to constantly kind of rearrange stuff and see what works best for you. Some people work best in the morning, some at night. Sometimes, you have kids that have new activities pop up you have to work around. So don't be afraid to play with your schedule. I know I always tell you guys to get into those routines and get into those good habits and build them and stick with them. Don't be afraid to play with them, to utilize your time as best you can and be as productive as you can every single day. Linda's here. Welcome in. Did I say hi to Rhonda and Amelia? I believe I did. Hi, ladies. And Hip Flippin' Mama, Kelly, is 27 away from 1K. That is amazing. Congratulations. That's good for Q4. All right, let's jump into the haul. So, Saturday we went to Ross, TJ Marshalls, that's not what it's called. We went to Ross, TJ Maxx, and Marshalls. We also went to 3 Goodwills on Sunday. We went to a lot of places. We spent just a little over $100 ourselves. We brought home a lot of stuff. I'm not showing you everything because there was a lot. I did kind of cherry pick through and pick out the best stuff to show you. A lot of it is still bread and butter and filler. We're in that mode where winter, well, it's 100 degrees in October, but winter should be coming, so we are definitely doing our stockpiling because we live in a place where you can find yourself not able to get out and source sometimes because of snow or icy roads. So we did purchase a lot of items. Like I said, we spent right over $100 between the 2 days in all of the stores. A lot of it was plush that you guys saw yesterday. If you caught that live show, most of the plush was 50 cents. But we still did get quite a bit of clothes. So I've just pulled out some here I'm going to show you guys. And let's just jump right on in. So we found, actually, Sydney found these. So I had found some new to me brand of jeans, and I believe they're in this pile somewhere to show you guys. They were 99 cents, and it was a new to me brand I had never seen before. And you guys know that I take a risk. If it's 99 cents, I'll just bring it home. So they had 3 pairs that were 99 cents and 2 at full price. I asked Sydney if she knew anything about the brand, and she said yes. It's a UK brand. It does well on Poshmark. She sold the tops and dresses before. So I did not get the full price jeans. I got all 3 of the 99 cent ones to try. And then at the same time, Sydney found 2 of the tops by the same brand. I don't know where the other one is. It's in the bag somewhere. These have all been, they're wrinkled. I'm going to steam these because these are a better brand. Red was 99 cents on Sunday, so this was 99 cents. We did wash and dry everything, and we kind of picked through it to see what we were going to show. Sydney helped, Keith helped, and some of the stuff that we folded and stuck into bags for the haul got re-wrinkled, which is upsetting, but that's okay. It's clean, it's washed, most of it's photo ready, but here you go. So look for that brand, guys. It's called Bowden. Sydney definitely said the tops and dresses do really well, and I'm going to try the jeans I found as well. So this is just a nice navy blue 3/4 sleeve women's top. Yeah, source as much as you can before you get snowed in and everything freezes over. Hi Sherry, welcome in. This one I got just because of the way it looks. I'm looking for the tag, not finding it. I believe this one was 99 cents as well. You guys know I talk about the Hard Rock Cafe stuff all the time. This one's from Houston, but it's got a really nice graphic on it, and it's got some bling right there at the collar. So it is a lady's top. This came from a church sale I forgot to mention. So we went to the Ross, TJ Maxx, and Marshalls. Why do I want to call it that? Like 3 or 4 Goodwills. And Saturday morning, we got up early and went to a church sale and found some items there as well. So this came from the church sale. Trafalac, it's by Zara. It was $4. I decided to go ahead and risk it because of what brand it is, and it's a really cute, nice print. $4 for a top, though, for us is like, oh my god, because we're used to 99 cents, but that's okay. It's Zara. Love Bowden. Here's another one. This is the other top Sydney found. Sydney sourced, she's not even here to defend herself. She sourced so much while she was here, she actually ended up having to pack a lot of it into a medium flat rate. This was 99 cents. And mail it back to herself because she couldn't get it all in her suitcase. So she did end up letting us have some of the stuff she found. Like this. And then we found Vineyard Vines. Not even kidding. We never find this here, but we sure did this weekend. It's Vineyard Vines for Target, so it's not as good as regular Vineyard Vines. It was full price, $5, but it'll definitely be worth it. Hopefully it sells on Poshmark, because you can get more money over there, but a sale is a sale is a sale. This one was full price as well, so this one was $5.29. But it's a denim button front long sleeve men's shirt, and you can see the waft there. And then on the back here is a really nice graphic. It is a large, and it's by Habitat Wilderness. $4 is the half off cost here. We usually get everything, like I said, for 99 cents. The church that we got the $4 items at, that's a little high for church sales around here, but it was pretty much, we really cherry picked and dug for the stuff. Dennis, this is my full-time job. I'm disabled and I'm unable to work out of the home. So I am able to pay my household expenses, and we pay our bills. Keith still works outside of the house, but this is my full-time job. It does pay for the household expenses as well as builds up capital for us to reinvest. Like I said, we just dropped about $1,600 on $3,000 remotes, so we do have capital. It pays for our expenses, and we also are building up a nest egg of 1 year's worth of expenses so that Keith can quit his job with a nice cushion in the bank, and we're very close to hitting that. But every time we get close enough, we find an investment and we spend money on more merchandise. But yes, this is my job, and I still have internet and lights, obviously, and I clearly eat well. That's what I always tell people. But yeah, we could probably make it. I've said this before. We could probably make it right now if Keith did quit his job and joined me full time. But we are huge followers of Dave Ramsey, and we really, really believe in the 6 months to 1 year of expenses saved up in the bank before you take any risks like that, because you never know what's going to happen. Sales could be slow for a while. Something could happen with the car. So it's always a good idea to have money saved up before you quit to do this full time, even if you're making enough to do it full time. Just make sure you have a cushion. I do not rely on my spouse's income. So we have a lot of capital built up. We have a huge nest egg built up. We did this business very smart in the beginning. So when you're starting out, if you keep reinvesting your money, and eventually you'll have enough that you're setting aside extra capital, you're reinvesting that money into better and more merchandise. You're going to be selling more. You can set that money back and build yourself a nest egg, and you'll keep reinvesting the capital, and you'll keep seeing more until you build it up to this. It does not happen overnight. It takes years. So don't think you're going to do this like overnight. It takes a long time. Like when we started, Keith sold his own items from around the house, and he took his first $20 profit to the bins, and we did that long enough that we built up enough capital to start shopping off the racks and estate sales, and church sales, and then we got into wholesale, and you just kind of build up. So because sometimes sales are really good and sometimes sales are really slow, you just have to keep your living expenses and the capital the same all year. So when things are really good in Q4, don't go balls to the wall crazy and go buy a Ferrari. Live like you always do, maybe a little bit better. And then when things are slow, you can continue the lifestyle you're used to. And as you build up that capital and you get better inventory and you're investing in bigger and better things, your the way you live can improve slowly over time. Does that all make sense? But it does take a long time. Like I said, he started with things around the house. He took his first $20 to the bins. We sold stuff from the bins, really cheap bread and butter and filler for a very, very long time, and built that up to where we were sourcing from more off the rack places. And now we're at the point where we're investing thousands at a time in huge wholesale lots. I don't talk about all of it or show you guys all of it all the time, but that's kind of, you just have to build. If you build your inventory and your capital and you're making a nest egg, you're fine. So when things are slow, we're fine, because we don't live beyond our means. We have no debt. You guys should follow Dave Ramsey. He is a very, very smart man, and if you follow Dave Ramsey and you do what he says to do, you can live a better lifestyle. Absolutely. So, but it does take a long time. You guys aren't going to you're not going to jump into this and in 6 months be spending thousands of dollars on wholesale unless you look out. But I just don't see that happening. So yeah, no, when things are slow, we do not rely on Keith's income. I'm still making this. He still works this full time too. So he's working 2 jobs. So just be smart, you got to know that sales go up and sales go down, and you just have to know how to manage your money. And I absolutely recommend Dave Ramsey for that. Hi Jody, welcome in. Thank you so much for the super chat at $2. That's wonderful. One thing I'd like to add real quick before I jump back into the haul, you also want to make sure that you're not putting all your eggs in one basket. So when you build up to a certain point on eBay, you should definitely be having other streams of income. You should be branching out to other platforms, whether it's Poshmark, Mercari, Amazon, Bonanza. If you have a YouTube channel, make sure you're doing affiliate links, make sure you're doing local sales, just getting as many streams of income as you can so that if things are slow on one, it's not always on the other, and you'll be okay. Dennis says his sister's ready to give up. It's not easy. It's a lot of hard work, but I would rather do this than work for someone else, and I'm also disabled, so this is my choice. My only choice. It was sink or swim. Hey, David and Bill are here, making a late entry in fashionable style. Yes, Dave Ramsey is the best. You guys really should follow him. There's never a need to apologize for being late. Yes, there is. No, I'm kidding. My mods should be on time. David, hi David. I take it Bill's on the Gnomon Frog and David's here on the Self. Alright, let's jump back into this. This is another one that Sydney found and gave to me. This was more because of what it looks like. It's got a nice print. It's a nice dolman top. And this is one of, that was from the church sale, so that was $4. This was from the church sale too. This is one of Keith's favorite brands to flip in men's shirts and sweaters. Peter Millar. It's a bolo, guys. Look out for it. This one's a nice big. What size is this? Extra large. It's got a little fox. How cute. This is from the church sale. I spent $4 on this. I believe it's vintage. I'll have to double check the tag. And it's 100% wool. It's kind of ugly. Ugly sales. Yeah, Happy Gingers is correct. It's not always about the brand. I always say that. There's an exception to every no-low. there's bad brands out there that make really cute clothes, and it's okay to get them because they will sell. Ugly sells too. Unfortunately, what you think is ugly, someone else doesn't. Not unfortunately, fortunately. This was full price, $5.29. This is a large 100% silk Tommy Bahama, and again, like the print, plain Tommy Bahamas don't go for as much money as these ones like this with the nice prints. Hey, Grand Larceny, welcome in. Thanks for joining us. And this is a Cuba Vera, full price, $5.29. Boy, we paid up for a lot of stuff this weekend. Huh, guys. This is Cuba Vera. And it has... Sydney says this reminds her of, like, Charlie Sheen. She's like, that's a Charlie Sheen shirt. It is a nice shirt, though. Yeah, that sweater was pretty nice. It's really itchy, though. Just touching it, I itch. And I don't know how people wear wool. It's so scratchy. I've started sourcing more sweater vests. Sweater vests, it depends on your cost of goods. He'll pick up even Dockers because we get them for 99 cents. You definitely want to be keeping your eye out for Peter Millar. Look for style, like with anything else. If it has argyle or something cool, wool, cashmere. And as far as brands, you just kind of have to learn those as you go, and it's going to depend on your cost of goods. If you can't find them for 99 cents, I wouldn't really recommend Dockers, but yeah. Yeah, Rosie's Closet. I was pretty sure it was vintage. Everyone was in agreement with me at the store, but I always double check because I don't want to sell something as vintage if it's not, then face an item not as described. That was 99 cents. It was red. This is another one Sydney found and donated to us, or didn't donate it. She gave it to me to buy from my store because she didn't have room. This has these really cute sleeves going on and a really nice print. And this thing is so cool. It came from the church sale. So it was $4. It's 2 pieces, and it's really, like, neat. The brand isn't important. It's Impulse. But it comes with this top that's 3/4 sleeves, and it has cafe, dulce, menu, all these little words on it, and coffee. And it looks like a little restaurant. There's shoes. All kinds of stuff going on. This is a very busy shirt. But with it came a button front. I guess this is like a jacket, 2-piece blouse and jacket set, I guess. Is what I would call it. These buttons are so cool though. So this was neat for $4 to get 2 pieces. Hey Don, welcome in. Thanks for joining us. I almost just pulled something off the desk pile to show you. Alright, this came from Marshall's. It was $6 off of the clearance at Marshall's. It is Zara women. These are pants. They're weird. I'm trying to find out what the material is. I've steamed these twice now. I'm getting mad at them. They're just like the Vice Coast or whatever, but they look nice. They're super satiny. And they have, you see the floral? And they're purple. They're kind of neat. They're nice. Pete says, I love that set. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Parisian stuff always sells. Yeah, Parisian stuff is good. We had found plates before, prints like you hang on the wall. stuff like that seems to be pretty popular. Impulse. Yeah, I think we've had Impulse before. I think that's one of those brands we always just buy if it looks neat like that. Alright, so this is also from Marshalls. This one was only $4. This is also a Zara. This is just like a super satiny, silver, silky pencil skirt. And it's got this nice ruching thingy. Ruching. Is that a word? I'm going to make it a word. Alright, these came from the Goodwill. Red tag, 99 cents. They are Zico jeans. I'm just going to knock stuff over. Watching while getting a pedicure. That is the life. That is the life. So this is a brand I probably normally wouldn't pick up, but because it's new with tags, I did. It's only a size 9, but I mean, they're new with tags. They have a really nice flare leg, whiskers on the front, and the nice pockets. And then, I paid full price for this pair, so I paid $6.99. Torrid, size 18, new with tags. Da-da-da-da. You guys, Torrid is a really good plus size brand. It is a bolo. If you can find it with new with tags, that's even better. So that was one of my most exciting finds at the Goodwill this weekend. Keith found these at the church sale. We paid $4 for them. They're women's Vineyard Vines. They're a small size. And they're just green pants. Vibrantly bright green. I think these are capris. I'm pretty positive they are. Yeah, I'm short. So when I look at capris, I'm like, oh, look, pants. Capris on me always go like ankle length, but these are good finds. Vineyard Vines. That's 2 Vineyard Vines in one weekend. This one is not for Target though, so that's even better yet. This is so interesting to me. Yeah, we sell a lot of used clothing. We also sell a ton of stuffed animals and plush. We sell electronics, hard goods, collectibles. You can sell anything. And that's the other thing, like what I said earlier, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Make sure you have different streams of income coming in. Don't limit yourself on what you're purchasing to resell either. Make sure you keep your eyeballs open and look at all kinds of other stuff. I do shoes now, and I said I never would, but now I'm into shoes, and those make a lot of money. You can have your favorites and what you're really good at, but I always tell people when you're outsourcing, don't be afraid to look at something new or something different, because you never know what you're going to find that's worth money. And just make sure that you have a variety of items in a variety of places and a variety of streams of income. These, you guys, I found True Religion jeans. I did pay full price for these, $6.99, and I did it without blinking an eye all day long for True Religion. Have to put, yep, everybody should be pampering themselves every once in a while. Whether it's getting a pedicure, going to the movies, going out to eat. You guys, we work really hard. Being a reseller is not a job, it is a lifestyle. It is more than a full-time job. You're an entrepreneur, you're the business owner, you're the customer service, you're the shopper, lister, photographer, you're the social media, you're everything, and it's a really hard job, and you guys know that we all work really, really hard. People don't understand that, and it's very easy to get burned out. It's very easy to get tired and discouraged, and I always tell people, make sure you take some me time. Take care of yourself. You cannot take care of your business or your family or your friends or your pets unless you're taking care of yourself first. So make sure that you are taking time out. Whatever you like to do, whatever your special treat is, pedicure, a special Starbucks, a drink once or twice a week, go out to eat, watch a movie, read a book, whatever, take a bath. I don't know. There's so many different things that everybody does that feeds their soul, but make sure you're doing it. Mine is horror movies. You guys know that. And nerd movies, I guess. Yeah, used clothing is like really popular right now with the younger crowd. David, yeah. So David went through the jeans rack, and then I went through it and found those True Religions. But I missed some Vineyard Vine stuff at I think it was a TJ Maxx that was 77 cents. I just went through that rack, and Sydney pulls out a Vineyard Vine that was 77 cents. So it happens, but like you said, it's better that our friends are finding it, right, than a stranger. Yes, the sealed VCR tapes do really well, and I don't even think that brand matters with those. I've seen Keith flip all kinds of brands. These are not your daughter's jeans. Nothing too thrilling. 99 cents. They're good brand. I wear these. I like that brand. Grand Larceny, I try to sometimes, but I don't always know ahead of time, especially if I'm doing plush. If they're new to me, I have to comp them. Men's clothing, I don't list. Keith does. I mean, I could try. People ask me to do that all the time, but I kind of feel like I'll do my best, but I also do the what sold videos all the time so you guys can see. My store is not a secret either. Oh, derp. I found 2 pairs of these this weekend. I do start True Religion at 50 on eBay and about 62, 63 on Poshmark. I price high. I do offers. I leave room. And I don't believe in pricing low to begin with. Anyway, these are missing the back buttons, but that's okay for this brand to have a little bit of imperfection. Those were $6.99. Oh, wow, Shelly, that's not good. You need to be taking care of yourself. I guess I found 3 pairs. David, did I find 3 pairs of True Religion and forget that I found 3 pairs? Because that's pretty exciting, and I'm sitting here going, here's a 3rd pair. So these were $6.99 as well. They'll start at $50 on eBay. The Torrid Nua tags, one I showed you earlier, I've never had Torrid Nua tags. I'm probably going to go super high. These are used Torrid. The thing about these, I did pay $6.99. If you comp Torrid, there are definitely turds selling it for really cheap, and I don't like that, so I'll have to think about it. I've seen people sell Torrid for less than what I can get for Gap and American Eagle. In fact, I saw someone a couple weeks ago on social media with silver jeans they sold for $14, and I was like, oh my god, I get more than that for mall brands. What are you doing? That's my soapbox. You guys know I always get up on it. So speaking of buying a really good brand, even if it has a defect. So this belt loop is loose. It's an easy fix that I won't try because I don't sew. I'll just disclose it in the listing. Miss Me is another brand. I start at $50 on eBay and around $63 on Poshmark. These ones have some nice distressing and tearing and ripping. Oh, there's 3 pairs of True Religion in that pile. So, are my True Religion breeding in the bag? Oh, Grand Larceny, you're so sweet. So, you guys, this is a new to me brand. This was in my ThredUp box last week. I know, I'm like so excited. And I didn't know what it was, and I was going to put it in the poop pile, and everybody watching the live show when I unboxed the ThredUp box was like, no, that's a good brand. And so now I found a pair in the wild. Imagine that. Paid full price for them too, $6.99. These are new to me, so I will have to comp. A lot of stuff that I list, I don't even comp anymore, so I do know what I'm gonna price it, or kind of have an idea. I mostly know what Keith does with his stuff, but if you guys weren't aware, the way Keith and I do this business is we both list on eBay. He takes care of Amazon. I take care of Posh and social media. But he does all of the men's clothing, electronics, most of the hard goods, and I do jeans, plush, women's clothing, some of the coffee mugs and stuff. So we definitely each have our own types of items that we look for when we're outsourcing. We split up in the store. I look for my stuff, he looks for his. We're both responsible for what we like to do, what we like to source and list. And, I pay attention enough that I kind of know what he lists stuff for. But he's not allowed to touch my jeans or my plush because he thinks I price too high. Yes, he does. You guys know that's my soapbox. I had the live show with Sydney. I'm always talking about pricing higher. He thinks I price ridiculously, even though I continually get what I want or very close to it. It surprises him. He doesn't know how I do it, but I always tell him he's not allowed to touch my jeans or the plush because I'm afraid he won't price it as high as I do. Tora jeans are my J-Lo jeans. Yeah, I never find them that often. Kelly, I try, Kelly. I am on here all the time. I've had live shows with Megan McWhinney and Sydney, the Posh Boss. I get up on my soapbox and tell people all the time not to price so low. It's not just that you're ruining the market. You have no value on yourself or your own time when you're doing that. If you find a pair of silver jeans and you sell them for, less than what I can get mall brands for, you're saying your time wasn't valuable. This is hard work. Pay yourself what you're worth, people. Have to do that YouTube plush video. Alright, this is White House Black Market. These, okay, so when I got these, when these came back from the laundry, and Sydney and I was helping me sort, I wanted to make a comment. She had said to Bill and David, White House Black Market does especially well. It's kind of one of those brands that isn't as good as it used to be. But if you could find them with something unique on it or whatever, this is what she means. These have beads on the butt and the flower. They were 99 cents, so I did get them. I will still pick up most White House Black Market, but I can tell you it's definitely a brand that's not what it used to be. I've seen a lot of brands pretty much tank over the years, which is part of the reason why that's my soapbox. When I first started, I could get 35 or 40 for Lucky jeans on eBay. You're lucky now if you can get 18 or 20. So it definitely can ruin the whole market for a brand. Brands just become not worth what they used to be, and it's sad because we spend all that time sourcing, wear and tear on our car, gas, we photograph, we measure, we list. I mean, our time is worth something. We shouldn't be making minimum wage. You should be charging what you're worth. Yeah, I still order from ThredUp too. I really like them, especially in the winter when I can't get out. Stephanie, it's okay if you're late. I'm almost through my haul, but you can always watch the replay. Yeah, Shelly, the symptoms of heart attack for women are way different. I used to work in the healthcare field. It's like nausea. It's crazy. It's like it's not even a heart attack, It is kind of scary. Just take care of yourself. We love you. We want you around. It's unfair to everybody, Pete. It really is. And the mentality of, well, I only paid X amount, so I'm okay with X amount, even if it's half of what other people sell for it, then that mentality is going to never allow you to build. You're going to be spinning your wheels in the mud forever. You're never going to grow. Your business is never going to get bigger. You're never going to save for retirement. Good luck buying health insurance. Good luck paying your taxes. I mean, there's a lot in this business that you need to think about when you go into business for yourself. You have to pay for your health insurance. You got to have retirement. You got to pay your taxes. It's all of that. And if you ever want to be able to do all of that, plus continue to build your business bigger, and make more profits and improve your life, you've got to charge what stuff's worth. If you are lucky enough, let's say you could find Miss Me jeans for $1. You should not have the mentality of, well, I only paid $1, so 20 is fine. No, you only paid $1, so sell them for the same $50 everyone else does, and make double the profit of everyone else, and reinvest that in your business, or save it into your nest egg or your capital, and you can build your business faster, bigger, and better, and you can afford the things that you need because you are making a ton more profit than everyone else. So when you find stuff cheap, your mentality shouldn't be, then I can settle for selling it for cheap. Your mentality should be, well, then I'm making more profit. I can pay my health insurance with that, save for a vacation, invest it for retirement, invest it back in the business, buy bigger and better inventory, and increase my profits. It's just a business mentality, you guys. Don't be afraid to price high. It's not being greedy. It's smart business sense to increase your profits. If you look at the very successful people in this world, like Bill Gates, Elon Musk, they didn't ever just settle. They just kept building and building and building. You know what I mean? So you should be doing the same. I got up on my soapbox. I did. You guys, it's really hard for me not to get up there when we start talking about pricing, so I'll climb back down. I got a couple more pairs of jeans to show you guys, and then I'm done with the haul. So if you have questions for me, go ahead and throw them up in the chat right now, and I will do my best to answer them before I leave. But it's your chance, open forum. You can ask me about anything. It doesn't have to be about this haul in particular. Anything about reselling or whatever. Bargain Shed says they must be a cousin to... Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. They will sell at that price. They do. They will. There's ways to get your items to sell. I have hundreds and hundreds of videos about when to lower your prices, running sales, doing offers, all kinds of strategies. There's a lot you can do. Clothes are very, very long tail, so that's the other part of the being up on that soapbox. People give up too early. Clothing, even the good brands, take about 6 to 9 months to sell. Super unique stuff, super duper designer brands, that stuff may take 3 or less months, or 3 to 6 months. But on average, most used clothing takes 6 to 9 months to sell. That's not a number I'm pulling out of my ass or out of the air, you guys. When Keith did his clothing guide for 2019, we went through all of the solds and the sell-through rates on eBay. We did the math. Most clothing takes 6 to 9 months to sell. So if you're new and you don't understand that, or if you're impatient and you're giving up and you're lowering your prices too soon, you're also a problem. You're also part of that race to the bottom. Even if you start high, if you give up 2 or 3 months in, you're still contributing to that race to the bottom. You just have to know that clothing is long tail and it takes a while. There's plenty of things that you can do to get yours up in the search, to get yours to sell faster than everyone. Again, I have tons of videos on that as well. It's not anything I can go into in the next 12 minutes. It's taken me, a year, almost 2 years of YouTube videos and a whole library of videos to teach this stuff. But, you can lower your prices like 5% every month or every other month, just a tiny bit over time. You can do offers, you can run sales, you can do all the things that I'm always teaching you guys about best practices as far as the secret formula for your titles, your keywords, good photos, never declining offers, always countering. You can do free shipping or free returns. There's just a ton of stuff you can do. And stuff will sell at that price because your stuff absolutely looks more valuable than the crap. even if it's the same pair of jeans. Someone's going to wonder what's wrong with that pair if it's lower priced. Absolutely. So, the thing is if everyone would list what it's worth, they could still take a low best offer. Yes, exactly. Exactly. There was a time on eBay when used clothing would sell for half of what it retailed for, and that's just not always the case anymore. Any more thought? Yeah, I need to do a video on how I do the jeans, because I have set the room up in such a way that it's good for people with bad backs. Maybe I'm thinking, because I need help to film that, you know what I mean? And I just never see, Keith just never seems to have the time to help me film it. Let me put some thought into it. Maybe when I'm out in Florida, Caitlin or Casey or Keith or somebody can help me out there. We'll see. No. If you have inventory and all in your eBay and your Poshmark, you're selling stuff every single day. It's not like you go 6 to 9 months without a sale. The 6 to 9 months is a basis for, on average, your typical piece of clothing will take that long. Not all of them do. Some of them will sell overnight. Some of them will sell within a week. There's always those surprise ones that sell faster. You may have listed a brand and a size that someone's been looking for months. They see yours go up. They buy it right away. That's just a general, on average. Stuff will always take longer and stuff will always sell faster. But you're not going 6 to 9 months without a sale. Absolutely not. And if you build up the volume in your store, you have sales every single day. We ship out between 4 on a bad day to 20, 25 in a day. But you will see daily sales if you're listing every day and you're active. It's not like, even in the beginning when you're building and you only have a couple hundred, you're not going to go months without a sale. That's not how that works. You got to build up the volume though, for sure. You can't list 10 things and walk away for months, then you're not going to sell anything. You have to list every day. You have to be active. You have to work. This job is work. You can have a business that makes you a lot of money, but you have to work for it. Robert, thank you for showing up, and have fun with your shipping. Yeah, if you have a place where you can get stuff cheap, you should still be pricing high, because you're the lucky person that can build your business faster. But yeah, I definitely wanted to dispel that, Dennis. It's not like you're going to start this and never have a sale for 6 months until you build up. And it's all about the variety too, like I mentioned before. If you have used clothing that's long tail and then you have some electronics thrown in, or some hard goods, or something that's going to move a little bit faster, you can sell that. You can always do local sales. Those happen to be pretty quick. Not so much with clothing, but like the stuff you find at yard sales. There's just a lot to this business. Like I said, I got like 8 minutes till I hit the hour mark, and I spent a year and a half building a huge library of videos. It's not something that I can teach you in 10 minutes, or you can learn in 10 minutes. But definitely, if you're interested in doing this, make sure you're joining. You can join my Facebook group. There's tons of Facebook groups out there for resellers where you can learn from other sellers. Do your research. Watch a lot of YouTube. Don't just jump in without researching and knowing what you're doing, or having a plan or some goals in place. Alright, guys, I have 3 pairs of jeans left, so if you have a question, please toss it into the chat while I show you these last 3 pairs. Oh, and also, if you're managing your money wisely, if you're following Dave Ramsey, even if you're not and you manage your money wisely, you're never going to be at a point where you can't just quit your job tomorrow with no money in the bank and expect to resell. You've got to go about this wisely. Does that make sense? But it is hard work, and I tell you guys that all the time. This is not something that you can just, in a couple of months throw a couple of things on eBay and have, lifestyles of the rich and famous. It takes time, it takes dedication, it takes work. It's a lifestyle. Reselling is a lifestyle. not a job. Dennis says, I've been called. I don't think you're a troll. I think you sound like you're curious. I think you sound like this is something you're interested in, but maybe not having a lot of experience. I'm trying to say this without sounding like a jerk, because I don't mean to sound like a jerk. You just sound like somebody who doesn't have a lot of experience, who's really curious, but doesn't necessarily know how it all works. And from the outside looking in, it can seem like the questions you're asking, they make sense for someone who doesn't know. Before we were resellers, and from the outside looking in, I would have been like, how do these people do it? I don't think you're a troll. I think you're curious, and I think you're not experienced, and I think that you're asking good questions, actually, because I'm able to dispel some of the rumors as I talk to you and answer your questions. You guys, these are all Bowden. So these are the 3 pairs that I found for 99 cents. I left the 2 full price ones back. We'll see how these do before I am willing to pay $6.99 for this brand. These are a size 14. I don't know what I'm going to price these at yet. This is a new to me brand. I've not done this one before. I'm looking for a size. I'm not finding it. Wood carvings and furniture. That's cool. Furniture is the one thing we avoid. Mainly because Keith doesn't want to deal with furniture, and I can't lift over 5 pounds because of my disability. So we just avoid stuff like that. I try to source things like plush and clothes that I can do, photograph sitting down. It's easy for me to do. Okay. I can't find the size on that, and I'm not going to sit here and pick at them all day. Oh, you sell at flea markets. I missed that comment. Flea markets is like a whole other market. It's like a whole other knowledge base. It's completely different. Shelly says she has seen comments around in groups saying that everyone should basically be selling daily at 1%. Absolutely not. It depends on what you're selling. Used clothing, on average, is 0.5% sell-through rate. I don't think I know anyone who has a 1% sell-through rate for clothing, especially used clothing. And this is a general number that most of the resellers I talk to agree with. Casey the Rockstar Flipper, Megan Maweni, Sydney, myself, Katie and Vicky probably have a little bit higher than 0.5, but they sell a lot of vintage. But if you're just selling used clothing, you're going to have around a 0.5% sell-through rate, and sometimes a little bit less. That is normal for used clothing. Plush is probably even lower than 0.5%. That's one of those things where you're waiting for the right buyer to come along. To see a 1% sell-through rate, listen, girlfriend, you better be selling new in the box, unopened electronics, period. 1% is high for used clothing. I don't know anyone that has that, honestly, unless they have super designer brands, new at tags, or vintage, or something super unique. But for like our business model, 0.5% is historically correct. It's what most used clothing sellers will see. So if you have 2,000 listings, you should be selling 10 items a day. If you have 1,000, you should be selling 5. Will you sell less than that some days? Yes. Will you sell more than that some days? Yes, but it averages out over time historically to be a 0.5% sell-through rate for used clothing. I don't know who thinks that you're going to sell 1%. Like I said, if you find a ton of those high-end luxury designer brands, you probably could hit 1%. If you have all new with tags, super good brands, better than mall brands, maybe you could hit 1%. If you have a lot of really unique vintage stuff that people are actually searching for, you might hit 1%. But generally speaking, with used clothing, you're not going to get over 0.5% averaged. You'll have days, weeks, months where it's higher, like in Q4. Actually, the best time of year for used clothing sellers is around tax time. Usually March through May is really good for us. But you're going to have like the summer slowdown where you're selling less than 0.5. So, no. I honestly telling you that. No. It's not 1% is what you can expect with electronics. Video games. New toys. Unwrapped things. Antiques are even slower than one. Antiques are, from what I understand, have a lower sell-through rate than what we do. So, hi Donatella, taking a lunch break. I'm just about to wrap up. I have two pairs of jeans left here, and I'm taking questions. I've been on for about an hour, and you guys know I don't like to keep you too much longer than that. This is another size Bowden, size 14. So I got 3 of those for 99 cents each. I'll try them out. And last but not least, Melissa McCarthy 7 jeans. So this brand, on its own, I do not source anymore. Back when we started, I used to grab all the do you call them 7 or 7, whatever. I used to grab everything in this brand if it was 99 cents, brought them all home. They are super long tail. They take like 9 months or a little bit longer. They don't go for very much, so I've stopped sourcing them, even if they're 99 cents. But, like I always say, there is an exception to every no-lo. A no-lo is the opposite of a bolo. A bolo is be on the lookout for. So for every brand you should not be sourcing, there is an exception. And the exception for the 7 jeans is the Melissa McCarthy plus size line of these jeans. She has an entire line with them. If you find them, get them. These are the leggings. I paid $6.99 for these, full price. I sure as heck did. Which is funny because I won't even pick up the other ones for 99 cents. But if it's got Melissa McCarthy on it, it's worth it. Grab it. Definitely a bolo. Yeah, Shelly, unfortunately, you're going to run into that a lot in the Facebook groups and on social media, and sometimes even on YouTube videos, where unrealistic goals, unrealistic figures, unrealistic expectations are being shown. I don't know the word I want. And that's why I spend so much time on my videos telling people it's hard work. It's not easy. These are what the real numbers are. You've got to do volume unless you've got electronics and stuff like that. I even had a video about unrealistic expectations, if you guys ever saw that one. It is unfortunate because a lot of the new people come in and they think that they're going to list 100 items and all 100 items are going to sell in 2 weeks and then they're going to be rich, and that's not how it works at all. And it is unfortunate. There's a lot of misinformation and unrealistic expectations out there. But there's, a lot of really, really great YouTubers who are 1000% transparent and honest and giving you the reality of what this all really is and how it works. Just, got to kind of pick and choose what you're going to believe. But unfortunately, when people are new, they don't understand that. They don't know any better. And they believe everything they see or read or hear. The Melissa McCarthy's, I haven't had a pair of Melissa McCarthy's in like a year. I never find them in the wild here. I think I have found like 3 pairs ever. I mean, I'll comp them. That doesn't mean anything for me. But if they've really been ran down to the bottom, I probably can't list them for 40 or 50, which is what I want to do. I'll have to check it out. Everyone's business is different, but at the end of the day, numbers are numbers are numbers. So 0.5% is pretty good average for all used clothing sellers, exceptions always. If you are a used clothing seller who has all Walmart brands, you're not going to sell that much. If you have a ton of luxury brands, you're going to sell more. But everyone's business is different. But you have to be realistic. You can't expect to put in minimal work and make money. It's not how it works. People absolutely do like to hype things up because that's what gets them the views and the numbers. So, see what Rhonda and Amelia say. They've been selling on eBay since, have never had a 1% sell-through rate. Yeah, that's pretty average. It's absolutely spot on. Thank you for sharing that, Rhonda and Amelia. Appreciate the reality. Yeah, there's a lot that goes into it, but I'm talking general. I said general, I said average, across the board, average general. I can't speak for everybody because just like I said about the brands, there's exceptions to everything. Again, if you have a closet, well, Poshmark, but if you have a store full of Walmart, your sell-through rate's going to be less than someone who has mid bread and butter filler items, but that person's sell-through rate's going to be lower than the person who's consistently finding the luxury brands. If you find a lot of stuff new with tags, if you find vintage, if you have electronics, if you have plush, it's going to change your number. I'm just speaking on average, but if you have a lot of used clothing and then you fill it in with plush and electronics, you're going to have a higher sell-through rate than someone who only does clothes. There's a lot that goes into it. But I think expecting to have a 1% sell-through rate just on used clothing is definitely unrealistic, and that's just how it is. I think that's unrealistic. So, I don't think you're priced too high. Listen, all things Sorenzo. I have people who want Doc Martens for $10. You're always going to have your cheap people who think stuff's too high. If you hadn't seen my live show with Sydney from 2 weeks ago, search the channel for it and absolutely watch it, because she and I talk about that in great detail. Don't be discouraged, Shelly. You're doing fine. People just, I think some people just pull numbers out just to pull numbers out. You can figure your sell-through rate out a lot of different ways. You can figure it weekly, monthly, or yearly. You just got to go into the back end and do the math. We just generally kind of look at how many we're selling a day. We've always had around, not always, for a long time we've had around 2,000, and we know we keep that average of 10 a day. So if we sell 300 a month, then we've hit our 0.5. We usually hit way over that. Again, there's months we hit under it. So, links off the cuff. It's Q4. You should be listing your butt off. Period. It is Q4. List. And make sure that you're staying active every day. Alright guys, we've been on for a little bit over an hour, so I'm going to let you go. If you haven't joined our Facebook group, please do so. Lots of great information in there, lots of great folks. Flippin' Hippos Reseller Pod on Facebook, or the link is in the description box down below for your convenience. Hit the thumbs up before you leave. It really helps our channel. If you haven't already and you'd like to, please subscribe to our channel and help us feed a hungry hippo. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We're at Flippin' Hippos across all social media. Thank you guys for watching today. I kind of want to say I'm sorry I got up on my soapbox, but not really. I'm kind of glad we got into that conversation and that teachable moment there. So thank you so much for hanging out, looking at my stuff, listening to me go on my soapbox. I do appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. Go be productive. It's Q4, guys. We should all be excited. See you next time. You guys are the best. Bye.